I'm Steve Reinharz, CEO and CTO of Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions. Are you ready to talk stocks today? Well, I am. And I'm telling you right now, buckle up because we're going to be going through stock talk, tariff talk, and a bunch of other things that as an AITX investor, fan, or follower, I want you to know. Let's get going. But before we talk stocks, let's talk AITX. I think we're at or over 12,500 subscribers, but still only half of the people that watch our videos actually subscribe. So please take that second, like, subscribe. Let's get to 15,000 next. Beyond that, we'll keep going. Now, let's talk stocks. The first thing I want to show is I personally have a small trading portfolio. And maybe like much of the world, my portfolio is red. Take a look at this. So NVIDIA turned green on Wednesday, which is great, whatever. But I'm largely red. And you can just kind of see some of the stocks or companies that I'm own to some extent. But it's really not anything that I have time for. But I want to show you that I'm in the market a little bit too. You know, I followed a little bit too. I hate when the stock is done. I can show you my daily updates. Take a look at this one with a couple other companies that I follow. But, you know, our stock has been falling too. Now, I can't really talk about our stock, SEC rules, and we play super duper straight. So the first thing is never bet against America, okay? America in our culture is industrious and hardworking, and we've got some of the most advanced financial systems that let companies like ours grow into companies like Amazon. So never bet against America. That's number one for me. Number two is in America, we have a massive problem. I just Googled this 5 seconds before sitting down to record this video, and Google told me that 39 cents of every individual taxpayer's tax payments go to service the national debt. Now, there's so many more numbers that you can look up. $35 trillion in debt, $2 trillion a year in deficit. We are headed off a cliff. And I don't want to have to deal with it. I didn't spend that money per se, but I'm inheriting the problem. You're inheriting the problem. And here's the thing. If America goes off the cliff, the entire world goes off the cliff because of our economic power. So we must write our budget, and we must take down this debt for my sake, for your sake, for our kids' sake, and for our grandchildren's sake. It must happen. I don't want to be political. I don't care. I want to spend what we get. That's all. It's easy. And I want to take care of these problems so that America doesn't lead the world off a cliff. So along those lines, for me, had I had any powder, so to speak, as they say, I'd be buying all kinds of stuff because, again, I don't bet against American business. Now, part of this period of time that we're going into where we're cutting, slashing expenses from the federal government to start with is going to lead to, you know, civil issues and perhaps increased crime is a reasonable outcome if we go into recession or people lose their jobs and get desperate. But as well, it really pushes forward a time when corporations become more open to change because they have to. And we, AITX, are that change. Take a look at the wheel of AITX and our solutions, and you'll see how we've built an ecosystem that companies can take a piece of and then walk into all the rest of our solutions and save tremendous amounts of money while getting incredible performance. The product that probably best exemplifies this is the product where we won the huge ISC West award last week, which was, of course, Judge's Choice 2025 award. I call it the Best in Show award because it effectively is, but it's technically called Judge's Choice. So SARA, by SARA doing so much of this work at a lower cost price point than any other solution out there, human or non, to my knowledge, it puts us in great shape. And we're starting to make momentum. I tell you, at ISC, I'm up to here with work. I come back, I've got to run over. Oh, Monday and Tuesday, I was in Miami, got back from Vegas, immediately went to Miami and I participated in an amazing panel with OSAC Latam, so Latin America, Latin and Central America, basically. So a couple images from that panel. It was really, really good, really good. And I'll tell you, that makes 4 major speaking events for me in the last 2 weeks. And these speaking events are important because they raise our profile, but also every speaking event I do, I have walked away with at least 3 real leads. That's why I go. Raise the profile, generate some leads, bring them in, flip them over to the Salesforce, and keep on moving. Now, this suite of services and products that we have created is designed by us to hopefully put us on the winning side of the changes that are underway, okay? I'm very acutely aware we are not playing for fun. We are playing to win here. That's why we've got the pedal to the metal, collecting as many sales, bringing on workaholics that just want to drive and grow and go. And that's how our company is built. So we are focused on being winners. That means that there will be losers, and that is life. There are winners and there are losers, and we're acutely aware of it, very focused on being winners, and ready to deal with the losers when because losing is not fun. So losers are always loud, and that's just how it is. But needless to say, our focus is on winning, not on losing. And just letting you know, that's where we're at. That's what we're working towards. It gets reflected in the market. I hope it gets reflected in solid business fundamentals, just like last week, 2 weeks ago, when we announced a massive increase in revenues for the fiscal year that just closed. And I said, hey, we are focused on doing it again. And during that time frame, we're focused on becoming positive operationally cash flow. So I think we're doing all the right things. I want to close out this weekly video. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of our journey by talking about the tariffs. Because out of everything I've had to do after the show with SARA and with growth and new deals and all the other work that we've got going on, we've had to also deal with tariffs. So we have several spreadsheets that are our bill of materials. And what we've done on them is we've built categories where we can set the tariffs by originating country so we can kind of know where we're at. Now, as I record this, which is Thursday, 6 o'clock or so p.m., yesterday's tariff announcement, which was a general global reduction across most markets, with the exception of Canada and Mexico and China. So China's sitting at 125% and Canada's sitting at 25% on steel and so forth. So we've got spreadsheets that were just kind of calculated. And as of today, understanding that China isn't just one of our major suppliers, it is the world's largest supplier. You can effectively trace back to China 1/3 of the world's production output. And that statistic is from RADDOG, who is a big finance guy, runs, I think, Pershing Square. I think he runs, or one of those types of investment funds, and has done very well and does a great job of explaining global macroeconomics. So Ray says that 1/3 of everything originates from China. Now, companies work very, very hard to throw their US label on it, or whatever label they think will get them more sales on it. But the reality is most likely a bit of that, or a lot of that, or even all of that came from China. What we have done as a company is continuously work to strengthen and refine our supply chains. And, I didn't make the announcement yet. I think that I mentioned it previously on some video or in some press release or something like that, how, Gen 4 was going to start gaining some savings for us, give us some flexibility to lower prices if we want, or just take the extra profit, right? I want to update you that the tariff situation as it sits today gives all those gains from Gen 4 away, and our cost basis basically remains how it has been for the last year and a half or so. We don't get the savings that I wanted. We don't get the savings that contribute to us becoming positive, operationally profitable as quickly. So not good. So where does that leave us at this point? Well, it leaves us more or less at the status quo. There could be some price increases on some of our specialty products, but our core products, I don't foresee any price increase from us. Maybe there's going to be price increases from near adjacent industries that sell into our space or our legacy solutions. I can see that happening, but at AITX, our team, flexible, adaptable, will work with the system for the benefit of our investors, our fans, followers, and most importantly, yes, most importantly, our customers. Lead with our customers. Everybody, a lot to share. It's nuts. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're working. I got to get back on some SARA stuff right now. And thank you very much.